I spent my first few minutes climbing, and now I am in an ideal position to engage these fighters. I loiter just a little bit longer to wait for my friendly TA-152 to pick his target first. Once he shoots down the Bearcat, I'll drop on the P-51 that will definitely focus him. Things work out as expected, and I start making my way to the middle. I pick this already crippled Ki-83 as my next target. He is going very slow trying to shoot a teammate, but is left largely defenseless. I see the AD-4 coming in fast and try to avoid the head-on, as I know it would be his best bet. I simply use my remaining speed to do a quick vertical loop, dropping on his 6, and there is not much he can do at this point. Here I am, kind of pondering, do I go for the disengaging F4U or the fighters engaging a friendly Yak-15? I decide to go for the second choice and let the Corsair go. I see that the Yak is essentially dead and that the P-51 is pitching up for me. I know that the P-51 can't really contest me energy-wise, as he was just engaged in a dogfight and has much less altitude than me. So I will just pitch up myself and play for the energy trap, securing the kill nice and safe. At this point, everyone's still alive, head for a rearm, and I spend my remaining ammo on the AI before heading back myself. Taking off, I realize that it's only me and one bomber left in our team, and I know that enemy team still has 3 fighters alive. I spot the F4U from earlier slightly below me. He seems to be alone, so I go for the engagement once he passes below. But he just flies straight for whatever reason. There is no real information about the last 2 guys, so I decide to get some altitude while things are still peaceful. I scan the sky, and soon enough I see a suspicious dot slightly above. I keep my path for a little while longer until I see him turn for me. I turn away to get a little bit more speed before turning in with a downwards loop. My plan is to take a head-on where he has to dive. He could just play for energy, but luckily decides to take the awkward head-on, as I manage to pull above his already inverted plane. This was definitely very risky, but considering his positional advantage, it turned out quite well, as I caused some engine damage. I start turning for him to finish the job, but spot the other remaining enemies slightly below. I sense that the KI is hesitant to engage, as his engine is probably not doing too well, and go all in for the N1K. I don't manage to kill him in the first pass, but shooting off his aileron, I know that his ability to fight me becomes very poor. I don't have much trouble just turning behind him, and he bails out. At this point, I know that the Ki-84 is heading for his airfield, but I still see his smoke trail in the distance and head after. At some point, he realizes that he is not going to make it and turns for one last head-on, because that's pretty much the only thing he can do. But of course, I don't want to take the head-on for obvious reasons and just play it as I should, forcing his stall and finishing the game.